guys, we're back with another video, and this one it was requested, and it's like where we think are good. I don't know how to say it.
Like good places, because we've noticed that a lot of people. Well, this video was requested, but we've also noticed that a lot of people are going to Nashville lately,
including us, and
yeah.
So we have gone a couple times. So these are just the places that we always make.
So it was requested that we say places, if you're gonna go to Nashville, places you should go definitely that are like Taylor related.
And we like to go. We go to these places like every single time we go.
Yeah.
So we just I don't know. Wanted to share with you guys what
places we think you should go. Definitely, if you're in Nashville or you want something Taylor related.
Yeah. So let's get started. Okay, so the first place that we recommend going is Broadway, which I'm sure you've all probably heard of, and it's in downtown Nashville, and specifically the Lower Broadway is what they'll call it, but on Lower Broadway sits gift shops, and these are the gift shops that we're recommending because they always have Elvis statues in front of them, and in these...
And I think they're called, Liberty Gifts or something like that.
They have, so many, unique Taylor stuff in there, and it's a lot of it stuff that they make, or...
Just her merch, too.
Yeah, or they also have, a ton of her merch stuff in there, so, for example, they make,
we have, Taylor Swift magazine wallets, and so they're, Taylor Swift wallets, basically, or, Taylor Swift fake driver's license, so it's just,
yeah,
cool stuff like that, or, a snow globe.
Yeah, things that you can't really find on her website, but it's just, I don't know. They're just cool little stuff.
And a lot of that in, other country singers, too, if you like other people.
Yeah, and they'll have, her picks on sale, and then they'll have, shirts off her website there, and hats, and Christmas ornaments.
Tons of stuff.
All kinds of stuff. So there's a couple of them right on that street. And then the next place that we recommend going on Lower Broadway would be the Stage. And,
which is a honky-tonk.
Yeah.
If you want to call it that.
The honky-tonk.
Lower Broadway is basically, the biggest tourist area for Nashville, and it just has lines of bars and stores and all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So the Stage is a honky tonk.
The Stage is one of them, and you might have seen some of her old photo shoots are right downtown, and you might have seen the sign in the background, and she's played there and stuff like that. So that would be a place, and you can't really miss it if you're down there. So that'd be a place to see. They also, if you're not there during CMA Fest, they have horses running.
Horse carriage rides? Yeah. In any big city.
Yeah, and so, which I've noticed that.
It's a good way for you to see this, and it's fun.
Yeah, it is fun. And it's a good way to, get a feel for the city if you're going there for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And, we just recommended going on it because one time we had gotten on it, and we were stopped at a stoplight, and we looked left, and I don't know if any of you know Roman White, he directed,
You Belong With Me.
And Mine. If you watch any of the behind the scenes, you'll see him all the time in there. So he looked left, and he had pulled up to us in his,
convertible.
Right next to us, in his convertible, and he was, driving all cool, and we're like, oh my gosh, it's Roman White. So I think he, acted too cool, so we didn't want to, take,
we did
take a picture of him, but we didn't want to say hi to him or anything, but, so you never know who you could see.
Yeah.
So that's right, down on Lower Broadway. Also, there's a ice cream place called Mike's Ice Cream, which is
so good.
Really good. I'm sure Taylor's been in there once, but they have celebrity pictures running, and there's so many celebrities that's been in there, so you can see all the pictures in there. She's just not on it. And then also you can get Cowboy Boots downtown Nashville.
So if you want the true Nashville experience,
I'm sure they're overpriced.
They're super expensive, but if you really want Cowboy Boots, they have tons of stores for it.
They're super cute.
Yeah.
Also the Ryman, which is this is
all on the same street.
Yeah, it's super close to it. You can see it when you're right on Lower Broadway. And I'd just take a tour of it. It's
Taylor's performed there. It's
where the Opry used to be, and
it's a huge part of Nashville history and country music history. And Taylor's performed there obviously before.
And yeah, so you don't even have to see a show there. You can take a backstage tour.
Yeah, during the day you can take tours of it. It's pretty
so cool. Maybe a block or two over.
It's
south. I think it's to the south.
To the south. Yeah.
Is the Country Music Hall of Fame, and even though the Speak Now exhibit isn't there anymore, I still highly recommend you going because they still have a ton of
Taylor exhibits.
Yeah, a ton of her stuff. They have her dress, or they had this last time we were there. Her dress, her guitar, her award, her computer, which I think they moved to the education center. But
and they also have had Taylor merch in there too, like in their
oh
store.
yes, they do. They have a lot of her. I mean, they did last time we were there.
Like over here, I have a drawing of her. You can't see it, but we got it.
Yeah, they have like drawings of her, and then they'll have like stuff from her website there. They had like last time we were there, they had like beach towels and shirts and blankets and stuff like that.
But right next to the Country Music Hall of Fame, this is a super new edition, and it's the Taylor Swift Education Center. You guys probably know about it.
Yeah, we haven't even been yet.
We haven't been there yet, but it is pretty cool. I don't know if you can take tours of it or how it works, but I just know that there's obviously like a lot of Taylor related things there, and it's a whole like center, with her name on it. So you should probably go there.
I've seen a picture of a bus there, but it wasn't her bus. I don't know what it was. And then
it was like a replica of her bus, is what I heard.
Oh, okay. And then so maybe they have that there. And then I've also seen her computer that I was talking about earlier might have got moved there. Her old computer.
So it's just like tons of stuff. So you should probably go there.
Yeah. And then the next thing, which brings you, it's more back on Broadway. It sits on the corner of it.
But this is like all right next to each other.
Yeah,
it's
complete walking distance. Yeah. Is the Bridgestone Arena, and that's where like Taylor's performed so many times. It was the Nashville show, so it was the last part of the U.S. leg was ended there. We went to the 13-hour...
We met her there.
Yeah, the 13-hour meet and greet was held there. Just every time she performs in Nashville.
Tons of shows, yeah.
And
award, like the CMA awards are held there, and the CMT awards are held there.
They also have a little gift shop inside.
It's like a visitor center.
Yeah, so...
That's always open, even if there isn't, like, concerts or anything.
Yeah, so you can always go in there and look around there, and they have like Nashville shirts in there also, and then if you are a country music fan, they also have
Sirius XM, The Highway,
which is like a national radio. You have to pay for it, but if you know what we're talking about, that's where the headquarters are. And
yeah, you can go in. You'll have to look more into it and see like when it is. It's usually on I don't know. You'll have to like look more into it and ask them about it, but they give tours up there and you can like meet Stormy Warren and Buzz Burner and like all those people. Yeah. So we did it once and it was super fun.
Yeah, it was, and we talked on
the radio
too. So also if you are another country music fan, is they tape the Hot 20 Live, is that what they call it? Yeah. Hot 20 Live on CMT. They tape that there like every 2 weeks, like on a Tuesday or something like that.
Yeah.
So it might be...
But you could be a part of the audience if you're there. Yeah. Okay, so next we're moving like over to, like across the...
Interstate.
You know what
we're talking about. Yeah. This is like less touristy, but it still kind of is. Yeah. And it is Music Row. And so there's where you find all the record labels. And when we got there originally, we're like, oh, there's going to be a huge sign that says Big Machine Records. Yeah. There's not.
There's not. Like, it's just like, it looks like a house.
Yeah, it does. So, but all the other...
So you'll have to look up a picture of it to see what it looks like.
Yeah, I think you'll know you're in the right area, because all the other record labels will have like, oh, our artist got number one on the radio.
They have like signs.
Yeah, signs
like number one singles.
So you'll know you're in the right area. Big Machine just doesn't do that, and I think it's just because they don't want people like us like going to the door or whatever.
Like all of us.
Yeah. And it just seems really like you never see anyone going in or out of it.
It just looks like, in some parts, it just looks like a neighborhood. Like,
yeah,
you wouldn't even know it's Music Row.
It just looks really closed off, but it's still cool to drive by it and see it's like Big Machine. So
also in that area is her apartment, and it's in like the Vanderbilt area.
Which is the college.
Yeah. And you're gonna have to look up where her apartment is, because nobody's actually gonna tell you where it's at.
Yeah.
But it's like right by the Starbucks and Panera there.
And Taylor is seen to go there a lot, so if you see a Starbucks and Panera, and it's actually in an odd spot, you wouldn't be like, oh, Taylor, this is Taylor's,
it's like out in the open, and everything around it is like just old and like...
Yeah, there's lots of people and construction.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't expect her to actually be living there, but she does, and so does Hunter Hayes, and...
Yeah. A whole bunch of people like that, so you wouldn't even know.
Yeah. And she lives like on the top level, and
And then right down the street from Taylor's house is also Pancake Pantry, which she has said is one of her favorite places in Nashville, and it's one of mine too.
Oh my gosh, it is.
It is so good.
I think
you guys have to go there.
The last time she was pictured there was with Austin, her mom, and I think Connor Kennedy was with him too.
She took Taylor Lautner there one time too.
Okay, so she takes all our boys. Anyways, it is so good. Oh my gosh. But I would recommend.
Yeah, here's some tips about Pancake Pantry. It is so good, but there's so many people that go there, so you need to go there. If you go there on a weekend, you need to be there before 8 o'clock in the morning because the line usually goes out the door like all the time.
Yeah, that's so regular.
So you need to like definitely be there before 8 o'clock if you don't want to wait in a huge line. And then on weekdays it's not as bad, but you never really know.
Yeah. I wouldn't go in between the hours of 8 and 10:45.
Yeah.
But I would really recommend you going because it is so good, and they have so many variety of pancakes.
And I recommend the peach pancakes because those are super good too.
I recommend chocolate chip.
And my mom always gets like the pecan or whatever.
Yeah.
But like everything they have is so good, and you guys have to go there.
and they will like try to like. They wait you as fast as
It's really good service, actually.
Yeah, they wait you as fast as they can because they want to get you out of there, but
yeah.
I think it's just because they have so many people waiting, but it's so worth it. And then next in that area is Bluebird Cafe, which I'm sure you all heard of.
It's not like, none of these are really as in walking distance as like downtown is.
Yeah.
It's not in that, it's like kind of not a safe area actually.
If you're a 14-year-old girl, I wouldn't recommend you walking down it by yourself. I mean, it's obviously where Taylor got discovered, and a ton of other artists have gotten discovered. And it doesn't open till nighttime, so if you want to, like...
Okay, so here's the thing. Yeah, you can go there during the day to take pictures, like, outside of it, but you can't go inside, and it opens at night, and you need tickets to get in. So you either have to get them online before you go, or there's also an overflow line that you can get in to wait outside, and they might let you in for that night, but...
I would just get
I recommend getting tickets online. And I'll have some links for, like, all this stuff below.
And we have never gone in it, just... It's never worked out, like, we've never had time or whatever.
Yeah.
I hear that there's a chair that says Taylor Swift on it or something.
Yeah, and, I don't know, we're planning on going this time, but we don't know if
we'll make
for
it.
sure. Yeah.
We'll have to see, but...
but we'll let you guys know.
That's obviously a recommended place.
Yeah.
Next is downtown Franklin, and...
Franklin's, like, a suburb of Nashville.
It's super nice, and it's...
Yeah, it's very nice.
They have a ton of cute stores there and stuff.
There's not anything really, like, Taylor-related down there, but it is definitely a cool spot that I would check out.
Yeah, and actually, I can't remember if it was Grant or Claire that Instagrammed this, but they have a video of Lulu eating, like, Sweet Susie's ice cream and walking. I forget what it was, but that was in Franklin. Downtown Franklin, where we're suggesting to go. They just have a ton of cute little boutique stores.
It's, like, just a huge, like, strip where you can, like, walk down, and there's, like, a movie theater. It's kind of, like... It's really cute. And
yeah, it is.
I recommend going to Mellow Mushroom, which is down there. It's a restaurant. And they also have Sweet Susie's down there, which is one of Taylor's favorite places, also in Nashville.
It's just frozen yogurt, so
yeah,
you'll see a lot of those down there, actually.
Yeah, so I'd recommend Sweet Susie's as well.
Yeah. But that's just, if you have some time to kill or you want to go see that stuff, it's so cute.
It's fun, yeah.
It's really fun.
And also there is a store down there called Lulu's, and Taylor said she bought some of her furniture for her Nashville house there.
Oh, yeah.
And we have, like, pillows from there, so, yeah, I would go to Lulu's, too.
And we have chalkboard.
Oh, yeah. I also got this from Lulu's.
Yeah.
And I wrote, like, a million little stars filling out your name on it. Okay, so next is Hendersonville, which is another suburb of Nashville, and I guess you guys probably all know that Taylor moved there when she came to Tennessee, and she went to high school there. I would recommend going there.
Yeah, you can, like, start by the high school and...
Yeah, because it was, like, Henderson High School was even featured in, like, the
Rising Star.
No, it's not called Rising Star. It's called...
I know.
It's, you guys know that, like, documentary on YouTube that CMT made, and it was, like, Scott Burchett and, like, all his new label people.
With the pink box and her choker.
So, I can't think of what it's called right now, but,
she's holding her dog. And
I'll link it below if you guys want to see it.
Also, Old Hickory Lake, which is pretty easy to find on a map, is where her house is. or her parents' house now, I guess. But as you're driving, you feel like you're in the wrong spot because it's just like normal houses or whatever. But once you finally get to where their house is, it's like probably the most expensive house in the area, and it's like.
But it's okay. So it's on a huge long driveway, so you can't even see anything.
Yeah,
really.
it's right on the lake, and they have like neighbors next to them, but
it's kind of scary.
You just drive up to the gate and you can kind of see it, but we only stood there for like 5 seconds, and a guy was already coming down to tell us to leave, so you can't stay there very long. But it's also is the in Hendersonville is the Taylor Swift park.
Well, it's called the Memorial Park officially, but
yeah,
it's like the park Taylor redid in 2011, and it has like her name everywhere at the parks. So I would recommend going there.
Our last thing that we suggest that you go to that's Taylor related is the Opry, and I'll just start with the Opry. Is the Opry, and the way I imagined it is it should be like right downtown in Nashville, but it's actually
not.
It's not. You have to like take the interstate.
Yeah,
it takes like probably 15 to 20 minutes to get there, maybe.
It. And they have shows like every Wednesday in the summer. But, like, Friday and Tuesday sometimes, too. But, like, Fridays and Saturdays for sure. So, if you want to go see a show there, you can probably easily get tickets.
Yeah, they have it's more, like, reoccurring rather than the Ryman shows. But
yeah, they have shows way more often.
So, like how we mentioned in our last video, we're going to see Hunter Hayes, and Carrie Underwood goes there a lot. But Taylor doesn't really sing there that often.
So, you can get tickets at the Opry whenever... Well, not really whenever. But you can get tickets at the Opry, but they also do, like, during the day tours, just like the Ryman. And the Opry is pretty cool, too. They have a picture of Taylor in there.
And they just show you, like, all their dressing rooms, so, and all where the stars meet before they go on stage. So you can see, like, you'll walk by eventually whatever dressing room Taylor. And then right across the street across the parking lot from the Grand Ole Opry is the Opry Mills, which is a huge mall.
It's so fun. Yeah, it is huge. And they have, like, Dave & Buster's and, like, a movie theater in there, but they also have tons of stores that Taylor would like to, like Forever 21 and H&M, I think, is in there, too.
In that Lucky Brand store.
Yeah, so, like, if you guys don't have those stores, that is definitely a place I would check out as well.
And then also across from Opry Mills, this is just it's like the Opry Hotel, which is a really, like, extravagant hotel.
The Gaylord Hotel.
Yeah. But we've never stayed there, but we've been in it, and it's, like, worth just walking in and looking around at it. And, yeah.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Okay. Alright, everyone, thank you for watching our little Nashville video recommendations. And I hope that we helped you, and I hope that we added everything in, hopefully. We did, and
if you guys have any questions, you can leave them below.
Oh yeah,
and yeah,
that's
so
about
hopefully
it.
this was helpful if you guys are going to watch this soon.
All right, guys, thanks for watching.
Bye.